Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RBT-TV Game of the Week, live from Dudley Gymnasium. I'm Jack Roebling. Alongside me is Nick Fusinato. Tonight, the Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs take on the Fenton Bison. And Nick, what do you think the key points of the game are going to be tonight?
It should be a wonderful game tonight. It is senior night here at RB. The Bulldogs have had a fantastic season, sitting at a record of 20-2. They're playing the Fenton Bison, who are a team in the Metro Suburban Conference with them. It should be a pretty good game tonight. We look for our seniors graduating this year would be Sam Johnson, Ryan Hanley, Jake Lucas, Paul Sikowitz, Kevin Fitzgerald. They should lead the team tonight, and it should be a nice win for the Bulldogs.
And that's a great point. Tonight being a conference game, that makes it just a little bit more exciting.
Should be a very beneficial matchup for the Bulldogs in the paint today with standing at about 6'5", Paul Sikowitz, 6'7", Sam Johnson, and 6'7", Mark Smith in the paint against the Fenton centers, who are about 6 foot and 6'4", so it should be a sizable matchup for the Bulldogs. And their offensive weapons on the guard spots of Jalen Clanton and Danico Jackson should really take advantage of Fenton. It should be a very beneficial game for the Bulldogs.
Right, and talk a little bit about how the season has gone for the Bulldogs so far. I know at the beginning of the year they were expected to be good, but were they expected to be this good, Nick?
I mean, the Bulldogs have a lot of talent coming in. They have a lot of returning guys, a lot of young talent like Jalen Clanton, Danico Jackson, and Hallie Charlberg came up, and they've been playing very well. Only 2 losses on the season, came to a very good Lake Forest team, who is now, I think, ranked 3rd in state, which is very impressive. And the other loss came to an Evanston team who was very young but very talented, and they're a very good team as well. So the Bulldogs have had a very incredible season, and it's likely to continue when they play in the sectional, which should be at Morton. They should be playing and hopefully have a #1 seed.
And the Bulldogs are coming in again at the 10th team in the state right now, and that is the best team Riverside Brookfield has had as far as men's basketball.
Yeah, as a team, I haven't seen this Bulldog team this good since the Ryan Jackson era. That was a very good team that went to the sectional championship against Crane, and that was a very good team. But this one, they have potential to make it even farther.
Right. And here we go. Festivities are getting underway in the Dudley Gymnasium. We've got the Bulldogs, as you can see here, getting pumped up for the game. The Fenton 5 are out on the court already, and let's get ready for tip-off. It looks like Sam Johnson will be taking it for Riverside Brookfield, and he will be going up against, it's unclear right now, 42. He will be going up against number 42 from Fenton.
Number 42 Fenton, not listed on the roster.
And the tip-off's one to Paul Sikowitz to Ryan Hanley. Paul bringing it up top, swings it to Jake Lucas on the left side. Jake up top to Ryan Hanley. Ryan Hanley to Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson 3, rims out. Ryan with a great offensive rebound, puts it in. Bulldogs up 2-0.
Ryan Hanley, great senior, great hustle, great player, even better beard.
And now Kenta Jones bringing it up for the Fenton Bison. Swinging it over to the right side, trying to work it into the middle, into 42. And we've got Jeremy Biaggi taking a shot there. Rims out. Oh, not much back on the putback. Sped down to the court to Ryan Hanley. Ryan goes up. Looks like there may have been some contact there. They're calling that a block.
A rough call for Ryan Hanley there.
And Jones brings it in. Ryan Hanley now bringing the ball up. Looks to Sam Johnson on the right side. Swing it over to Kevin Fitzgerald, the shooter. And that's going to miss for the 3. Now we've got Jones bringing it back up the other way. Already a very fast game. Jones double teamed. And they're going to call that foul on number 45, Paul Sikowitz.
Too close call for the Bulldogs right there. Didn't go their way. See how that works out for them.
And now we've got David Eldon taking it up for the Bulldogs. Again, some for the Fenton, for the Bison. And that's going to be a foul on Kevin Fitzgerald.
A little background to that challenge that's happening with Kevin Fitzgerald and number 12, who is David Eldon. little sophomore year rivalry still going on today.
Right, and there are a lot of rivalries developed in this as the conference match again. That's a good put in by Fenton Jones. That was swings over to Ryan Hanley. Ryan to Jake Lucas, to Paul Siglitz up top. Paul with the three, that's it, that's good.
Paul Siglitz showing his range on the three-point shot right there. Magnificent.
Jury puts it into the center 50, David Echevilla. Paul Siglitz, good rebound, looks up right away to Kevin Fitzgerald. Kevin Fitzgerald to Ryan Hanley. Ryan loses the ball down low, and that will be Fenton's ball.
Bulldogs bringing the full court pressure here. It's worked for them throughout the season.
David Alden on the inbound. He can't seem to find anyone. I believe that was a... Did he take too long to pass it in there,
Yeah,
Nick?
5 seconds call was called.
And so Kevin Fitzgerald's going to inbound it. A quick swing around to Jake Lucas. Jake Lucas to Kevin Fitzgerald, a three from the other side. This one is good. Bulldogs are up 8-2.
Kevin Fitzgerald is a really good shooter from outside. Last year he had 8 threes in the game, almost breaking the record of Tim Brasic as 9 in the game.
And a foul's called on the court against number 10, Kevin Fitzgerald. And that's his second foul already. The Bulldogs have come out pretty aggressive here, so, surprisingly, I might say, Nick.
Oh, yeah. A little too much aggression for the Bulldogs. Maybe need to calm down on senior night. Ooh.
Oh, and
a rough call.
Sam Johnson intercepts the inbound, but then it's called out. And it will be the Bulldogs' ball still.
Yeah. That was a strange call. Strange call.
That was interesting. And so now Sam on the inbound. Quick pass out to Ryan Hanley. Ryan goes right back to Sam. And we have seen that very often as Bulldog viewers here. Talk about Sam Johnson's influence in the paint.
Sam Johnson has been beautiful this season. Makes great post moves, even can spread it out to three-point range. He's got everything. He's the full package.
Right. And here we go into the center again. David Echevilla. Rebounded by Sam Johnson, again coming down quick as the Bulldogs. 44, Ryan Hanley making a move and then getting met at the net.
That was a very, very, very good block by number 42.
And that's tough on the momentum there, Nick.
Yeah, that's a rough go right there.
Luckily, still Bulldogs ball inbound to Sam Johnson. Kicks it to Jake Lucas. Jake to Paul Siglitz. Paul feeling good from outside as he drains that second three.
Looks like Paul is still spreading that range, looking good out there.
Yeah, rarely do you see that type of range from a 6'5" forward, Nick.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And now Fenton trying to make anything happen on offense. They're seeming a little stumbled out here, though.
Yeah, running around. Oh.
Sam gets it. He attempts to keep the ball in play by throwing it down the court. It unfortunately gets away from the Bulldogs, and it will be Fenton's ball.
Bulldogs still bring the full court pressure. It's worked for them pretty well. Fenton looks very distraught when they come down the court.
And so we've got David Alden inbounding it now. Rough time bringing up the ball as the Bulldogs take over. Kevin Fitzgerald passing it to Sam Johnson. Back to Kevin from outside. And the threes are on for the Bulldogs tonight.
Beautiful shooting so far for the Bulldogs. Nice open threes, knocking them down.
And now we've got, again, Kenta Jones bringing it up. He's struggling here with the double team. And Sam Johnson steals the ball to Ryan Hanley. Ryan again loses it down low.
Kenton Jones listed here as a junior, and he's kind of showing it here. He's rough go, bringing up the ball for the Fenton Bison.
They've tried a couple of guys to bring this ball up, and no one's been able to bring it past the double team. And here we've got a replay of the last play.
A steal from Paul Siglitz. Nice steal by Paul. More ref discrepancy going on.
It will be Fenton's ball, however, with Darian Warren passing it in.
Struggling getting it in.
And this press is proving pretty tough against Fenton as the center is somehow at the top of the key. Kevin Fitzgerald a steal. Again, it's going to go to Ryan Hanley down low. This time he puts it in. And it is 18-2 here in the first quarter. That's going to be our first time out. And, Nick, what do you think about that start for the Bulldogs?
Well, it was a fantastic start. They brought the full court pressure. It worked beautifully for them. They made their open threes, and they knocked down some layups, and beautiful start for the Bulldogs.
I mean, not much to criticize. There were a couple plays, a couple turnovers that maybe didn't need to happen, but you know what? You can't complain when it's 18-2.
Yeah, besides the 3 fouls, a little over-aggressive, maybe 2 on Kevin, but he's made up for those 2 threes.
And what would you say Fenton should work on here to try and get back in the game, possibly?
Fenton needs to find a way to get the ball up the court calmly and then make a good half-court possession and get a good-looking shot.
I think RB is seeing that Fenton's struggling bringing it up, and that's actually causing them to put more pressure on Fenton. And at a point in the last couple minutes, we had 4 RB defenders on 1 Fenton player trying to bring the ball up, and that's going to be tough for Fenton if they can't find a way to break that press.
Yeah, they need to find a way. Hopefully the young junior guard, Kenta Jones, needs to learn how to bring the ball up well against this Bulldog press. Also will be a long night for Fenton.
Yeah, well said. And here we're going to have Darian Warren inbounding the ball for Fenton. Struggling on the inbound still, and Paul's going to get a good deflection in there. That's some tight defense.
Not a lot of good screens for the Fenton Bison, not getting open for their guards.
And you've got to love the hustle out of the Bulldogs, even when they're up 16. And this is the 5 seniors on the team, and they're not going to come out on their court and not give it their all.
Of course. Nice steal by Kevin.
Kevin to Ryan Hanley. Ryan brings it back out to the 3 line, works it into Jake Lucas. Jake goes up with it. Maybe a deflection. Sam Johnson with the offensive rebound. Swings it over to Paul Siklowitz.
Paul Siklowitz open.
Paul not looking to shoot.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2.
Now giving the ball to Ryan Hanley. Ryan swings it over to Sam. Sam works it down low to Jake. Jake, another move. This one's going to be good.
Nice move by Jake Lucas in the post there.
And here we've got Kenta Jones with another try to bring it up. This time he'll bring it past half court.
I thought he needs to get a good shot here to get back in this game.
Back to Kenta Jones.
Nice move.
Goes up in. Oh.
42 is very athletic on Fenton.
Sam Johnson with the rebound. You know, when you've got 5'8" Kenta Jones driving into 3 above 6'2" players, that's going to be a tough to finish anytime.
Yeah, he's trying to shoot over trees, not too successful.
Sam Johnson puts up a shot. That one's not going to be good. Good rebound by David Echevilla from the Bison. He thinks about bringing it up, but decides to give it to his teammate Jones. Jones passing it over to Jeremy Biaggi. To David Alden with the shot, and that's one of the few. That's the second field goal for Fenton so far. And now we've got Paul Siklowitz passing it over to Jake Lucas. Jake Lucas to Ryan Hanley. Traffic in the middle, and that pass gets broken up. And now back to Jones bringing it up for the Bison.
Well, that was best case scenario for Fenton. Get a nice 3 and now steal. Let's see what they can do with this possession. Ryan Hanley playing some tough defense. Gets the foul called out.
Yeah. I don't know, Nick. If I was RB, I might be a little bit more relaxed on defense. It doesn't seem like Fenton has too much up their sleeves here, and I don't know that these fouls are so smart on the seniors.
Yeah, it's the too many fouls. Don't want to get them in foul trouble because free throws are very easy to make.
And Kevin Fitzgerald, as he steals the ball, gets it to Sam Johnson down low. Sam looking to Ryan. Ryan under the basket, sort of left alone there, and he puts that in. That was a nice finish by Ryan Hanley.
Yeah, beautiful reverse by Ryan there. He has 6 points on the day. He's had a pretty good game so far.
And now Jones bringing it up. Jones swings it out to David Alden. He appears to be the shooter as he hits another 3. It's now 22-8.
Yeah, so far Fenton's Alden is the only one showing a spark on this team.
And now Sam Johnson with a beautiful move down low. He spins past a couple Bison and he lays it in for a nice 2 points.
It's a beautiful move by Sam Johnson. Great use of his body.
And now this is Biaggi here from the 3. That one's not good. Echevilla loses it down low, and their Bulldogs are coming down fast to Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson puts it in.
Beautiful.
Nice little alley-oop. Not trying to do too much, but at the same time scoring the basket. That's going to work well for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have done a wonderful job in the fast break, pushing the ball right after the rebound, and they've been rewarded for it. Nice layups, nice layups.
Now Darian Warren trying to make something happen. It kicks it out to Alden. Alden, someone's going to have to come out on him because that's his 3rd 3.
Yeah, Alden's heating up. That's three. That's three in a row, I think.
And now he has 11 of the 11 Bison points, so he may be something to watch. Ryan Hanley, though, with an answer over Alden. And we may have an old-fashioned shoot-off developing here. And now we've got Darian Warren bringing it up. He's going to hand it off to Jones. Jones dribbles to the left side. Again, they're going to Alden. Alden tries to put it in. Paul Siglitz with a great block.
And the save.
Sends it back out to Ryan Hanley. Oh, Ryan with a misdirected pass. It goes to Kevin Fitzgerald, though. Still Bulldogs ball. Paul Siglitz going to take it from the three. Sam Johnson with an offensive rebound, and he's going to put that in.
Sam Johnson's bread and butter right there in the post. He is beautiful one down there.
Jones coming up, and we've got 10 seconds left on the clock. Jones with his last second shot, a little double move there. That's not going to go in, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Nick, what do you think?
It was a wonderful quarter for the Bulldogs. All their 5 seniors played very good. The fast break was really working for them, and the full court press was stopping the Bison on defense. Only problem is Alden with those 3 threes and 11 points. He's done a good job of trying to keep the Bison in this, but Bulldogs played very well in the first quarter.
Right, and I think it's worth noting, Nick, that 4 of the seniors do not regularly start for the Bulldogs, and so this is in all essential purposes their B team with the addition of Sam Johnson. And I mean, what does that say? That the Bulldogs seniors are coming out here, you know, they're not starting every game, but they can still come out and put on a show like this in the first quarter.
It's fantastic to see the depth of the Bulldog bench, and yeah, like people like Jake Lucas and Ryan Hanley and Paul Siglitz don't always get the start, but when they go in, they play great ball, and they've done very well this first quarter.
And that being said, it looks like now RB is going to come out with their traditional starting 5, and that's going to consist of number 1, Danico Jackson, number 5, Henry Trellenberg, number 2, Jalen Brunson, number 32, the Sam Johnson, the only senior, and then number 30, Mark Smith.
Yeah, this lineup has worked very well for the Bulldogs this year. A lot of offensive weapons and beautiful defense.
Right, and Danico Jackson recently rated a top 10 guard in his class, and what that means in the state of Illinois, I mean, Nick, can you tell us?
It's very impressive. All the guards that have come out of Chicago / the Illinois area is just fantastic. People like Jalen Brunson and other guards that are in the 2015 class. It's really an honor to be in the top 10 of a class of point guards in Illinois.
Right, and Fenton now with the second quarter underway is working on their offense. Oh, a little step move by number 40, who's not listed on their roster, but that is a nice layup. Nice little
hook shot, I think it was. Yeah, that was nice.
And they're going to go right to Mark Smith down low. That's going to be a regular, and he's going to just put it back for himself.
Yeah, no one to box out Mark Smith there for the Fenton Bison. They can't let him do that, or else he's going to score all night.
No. And now Jones coming up at the center court. Makes a middle move left, and Alden coming out for the shot. Looks in. Miscommunication on the Fenton offense leads to Danico Jackson dribbling up. Oh, and he's going to pull up there. That was an interesting shot by Danico, and it's going to come the other way.
Yeah, it's a tough little pull-up jump shot right there. Maybe should have took it all the way.
They're going to kick it out to Jones, who's going to go low to Biaggi. Biaggi looking to make something happen, passes it off, and that's a nice little, bank is open, I guess.
Yeah, number 40 coming off the bench with 4 points is pretty nice for the Fenton Bison.
And now Danico coming the other way. Sam Johnson up top, back to Jalen. Nico looking into Sam. Sam puts it up at Mark. He may be called for an over the back there. Yeah, I think so. You know, that's going to be tough for Mark with no one really matching his height. He's going to be tempting to go over the back of these small defenders, but he's got to keep his composure.
Yeah, it's hard to be 6'7" next to a 6-foot guy. He's just got to control himself and not go over the back.
And so now Darian Warren inbounding it for the Fenton. Comes back to him. He's going to bring it up.
Loose ball.
They're going to kick it out to Alden. Alden with a little fake. Goes back down low.
There's the Bulldogs again. Fast break.
And to Mark. Mark's going to go up big, and that is a nice layup there. That under some pretty big pressure by the Fenton Darian Warren.
Yeah, for Mark's size, that was a good run down the court and finish right there. And number 40 again.
Looks like Fenton may have brought out some new threats too this quarter. We'll see if they can get something going.
Yeah, errant pass right there. Not what the Fenton Bison needed to get back in this game.
And now Brunson passing it in. And Brunson's had an excellent second half of the season, Nick. I believe he scored 20 points 20 or more points in the last 3 games.
Yeah, I believe that's true. I believe that is a true stat. Yes.
And that's very impressive from such a young guard as the Bulldogs put it in for another 2 points. The score now 37-15. And so we've got Michael Kick bringing it in. Didn't see him much for the first quarter, but we'll see if he can set a spark for the soon-to-be Bison Fire.
Good rebound by Sam.
And now Danico bringing it up. You can see him scanning the court. He's going to go to Sam Johnson. Sam's just going to bring it in. That's
beautiful.
He essentially just walked up and they gave him that basket.
Yeah, Sam Johnson already 12 points on the game. Had a really good game against Tuesday, I think, against IC. I think he had about like 28 points and about like 16 rebounds. Yeah, Sam Johnson, really a senior leader on this team. Played really well the past couple games and the whole season.
And as you see here now, the cameras are pointing to the RB sixth man, which has been, I would say, a big part to the success for the Bulldogs this season.
Yeah.
You can see them here now live, the whole team. And, you know, it makes it that much harder for a visiting team to come into a court when they've got a whole student section chanting with, dare I say, a little heckling going on from the sidelines.
Yeah, there's some hecklers in the sixth man, and they also travel well. There was a Glenbard East, at Glenbard East we played, and there was a great sixth man for that, and that's pretty far away, and it was great to see a turnout for that game.
And you can see here they printed out signs of the key players for the Bulldogs. I mean, that's something special when the student body gets as into this sport as they are here at Riverside Brookfield.
Great school spirit here at RBHS.
So Michael Kick bringing it over to David Alden. They're going to swing it around the Bison. Back to Alden. It seems as if he's really their only offensive threat as he goes through a double screen design just for him. Brunson's going to bring it to James Kazmarchik, who subbed in the last time out. And Nick, tell us a little bit about James this season.
Yeah, James is a young junior, but he's had some shoulder problems. He dislocated his shoulder back in the Thanksgiving tournament, and that's a hard injury. It lingers and dislocated again. It's very common to dislocate it a third time and even a fourth. And I think he's scheduled to get surgery soon to be ready for the AAU basketball season and playing in the summer and getting ready for next season.
And we hope he recovers for the sake of the Bulldogs team. That one is sent across to David Etrevilla, and now we've got Michael Kick bringing it up.
Yeah, James should be a great part of the RB Bulldog team next year when they still have a really young squad, even though they're missing a lot of good seniors, but they'll still have a very good squad next year. Alden
passes it to Etrevilla. Etrevilla goes to number 54, who's going to swing it back over to Alden.
A little roughhousing in the paint.
And they're going to call that one.
RB's been very aggressive this half. 5 fouls to Fenton's 0 fouls, so 6 actually. Pardon me. And
that's going to actually put Fenton in the bonus. So now with every foul, they will be taking starting with a 1-and-1. Correct, Nick?
Yes. Next foul will be a 1-and-1.
And so Danico bringing it up now for the Bulldogs. A little bit of a dry patch here for RB, but you know they still have a pretty substantial lead. Danico goes up with a shot. He loves that shot from the corner.
Yeah, that one dribble pull-up jump shot. He's made a great amount of times during the season, and it's pretty successful for him.
Reminds me of a UConn forward, Kemba Walker, Nick.
Oh yeah, he was very good off the dribble shooter.
And so now Alden brings it over. Passes it 40 with a little stumble out of bounds. Etrevilla is going to slide it back over, and they're going to put up a shot. Kazmarchik with the rebound. Jalen bringing it the other way.
Alden over 2.
Jalen's going to pull up from the 3. And that's the type of thing I think you'll only see when you're up by as much as RB is, Nick.
Yeah, questionable shot, but Jalen, he's hit many threes this season. He deserves to shoot, so it is not that questionable. But
as the old saying goes, shooters got to shoot.
Of course. Speaking of shooters, Alden's been struggling this quarter. First quarter he made 3 threes. He was doing a wonderful job, and Now he's 0 for 2, and he's struggling here in the second quarter. But I think the Bulldogs have really crunched down on him here.
And so Echevilla is now going to be on the line shooting a 1-and-1. He makes the first one, and that means he will have another shot coming up here.
Echevilla, good-sized guy, good-sized guy.
And he's going to make that second one, 2 for 2 from the line. That's good. Fenton cannot start missing free throws if they want any hope of staying in the game.
Yeah, Bulldogs fouls came back to bite him now with their 7th. That's why the free throws were shot. And
swings over to Henry. Henry puts it up for a 3. Trellenberg, known as a shooter, Nick, and I say that in hesitance because he does take a lot of shots, and so it can be frustrating when he's not on, but when he's on, it's really something else.
Yeah, he's had his moments in the RB starting squad this season, and he's had some great moments
and as you see
also
here,
some rough moments. But
beautiful form. You can tell he's practiced that 3 a lot.
Yes, he's a very good shooter. He's only a sophomore, so he's got tons of potential, and he's going to be a great star, hopefully.
And the first free throw is good for the Bison.
Yeah, Fenton 3 for 3. These fouls are biting the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is not characteristic of the RB team, especially against a team at the caliber that Fenton's at. I wonder if Coach McCluskey will be saying a few words about this at halftime.
Yeah, need to stop the fouls.
And now Danico Jackson bringing it up. Oh, he's going to fake a pass to Brunson, swing it back over to Henry. And Henry's going to shoot the 3 and miss. Come back up from Kenta Jones, who's subbed back in. Jones trying to make something happen by his dribble as he swings back out on the right side. Going to throw it to Alden. Alden going in. Is that foul on the ground?
Yep.
You know, but it doesn't matter now because there's bonus. They're going to the line either way.
9 fouls, not good for the Bulldogs. Now Fenton again on the line, and I believe they're 4 for 4, and that's pretty much most of their points is coming off those free throws.
And that one is not good as it rims out to James Kazmarczyk, who's going to dribble the ball up himself as he swings it to Jalen. They're going a little back and forth up here, maybe toying with the Fenton defense a little.
Yeah, Fenton has gone to a 2-3 after man-to-man didn't work out so well.
Jalen's going to knock down that 3. You know, talk about the flaws of a 2-3 defense, Nick.
2-3 is kind of rough for the outside edges of the wings because it leaves some three-point shooters have some space to shoot, but it also really contains the postman in the middle, so like Mark Smith and Paul Sikowitz and Sam Johnson. It's harder for them to post up in a 2-3 because it doesn't work too well. But also 2-3 is kind of rough with the fact that it's hard to rebound and find a man to box out after the shot goes up.
And Echevilla puts up a couple shots, missing out, but 54 puts it in for Fenton. Now we're on the other side. Henry goes up again for a 3. As you can tell, that's his 3rd one and maybe a little under 2 minutes.
Yeah, Henry, he shoots a lot of shots, and he is a very good shooter, though. But
he's got what my grandfather used to call a trigger finger. Nick.
Yes, he is very trigger happy.
And so now Fenton's going to come up on the other side. Kenta Jones for the Bison. And he crosses half court, dribbles to the middle, looking. You can see him scanning the defense as he goes to Echevilla. Back to Kenta. Dribbles to the left. It comes over to Alden. Alden swings it back around to Andrew Lake. And that's Echevilla for the shot, and that rims out.
And what's going to call?
And they're going to, ref is not visibly showing where the call is. It looks like it's going for the Bison ball. And we're going to have number 10, Michael Kick, subbing in for 12, David Alden. And Nick, you made a great point. Alden looks like he may be the hope for the Bison, but slowed down a lot in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs really focused on him in the second quarter. I think Coach McCluskey talked to them about that and told him to lock down on him, and I think it worked really well for the Bulldogs.
Now Echevilla, that was a nice dish off to Kenta Jones as he puts in a nice layup and making the score now 47-25 with 13 seconds left in the half. Yeah. And RB, I would assume, is going to hold it for the last shot as Danico swings it to Jalen. Jalen's going to take the shot with a little bit of time left, but it's not going to matter because that 3 goes in. Fenton throws up a half court off the side of the backboard, and that will conclude your first half. Riverside Brookfield 50, Fenton Bison 25. Again, I'm Jack Roebling, alongside me Nick Fusinato, and the second half underway by a 3 by Kevin Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Kevin's been shooting beautiful tonight. He has 3 threes, 9 points.
And it was a slow first half, I would say, to Nick, for the Bison. We'll see if they can get something going this half.
Yeah, that's not what they need right
That
there.
was a wild 3,
Ooh.
but a lucky rebound by Echevilla. He's just going to be right there to put it back in.
Yeah, Fenton struggled in the first half trying to get some points. Only 25 in the first half, but we'll see if they can put it together in the second half here.
Sam Johnson swings it to Paul Siglitz. Paul, 3 goes in and out.
Travel.
And they're going to call that travel on number 5, Kenta Jones. Jones been having a rough outing tonight. I'm not sure how he's usually playing, but he's having a hard time dribbling through all these tall RB defenders.
Yeah, Jones, a lot of turnovers, not a lot of assists.
And a little bit of a wild pass, but Sam Johnson able to get it under control. Goes right back to inbounder Jake Lucas. Jake's going to rim that one out.
Yeah, close.
Kenta Jones now bringing it up for the Bison. Guarded by 44, Ryan Hanley.
There's the stagger screen for Alden, who's had 3 threes in the game already.
And Echevilla doing a surprising amount of dribbling for his size. You'd expect him to stay a little bit lower in the paint, Nick, but he seems to be all over the place for Fenton.
Yeah, it's hard for him. He's only 6 feet about, and standing there with 6'4" and 6'7", Sam Johnson, he might have to come out a little.
And there you see him.
Wow.
And Paul Siklitz throwing down. And that's going to get the crowd pumped up here at Dudley Gymnasium.
Paul Siklitz throwing down the hammer.
Wow.
Wow.
And we knew he had that one in his back pocket, but it's still exciting to see it come out.
Anything can happen on senior night. That's what I always say.
that is true.
Wonderful.
And a steal by Sam Johnson now. Sam going to go down to Ryan. Maybe Ryan thinking of a little behind-the-back pass to Jake Lucas, who's going to kick it out to Paul. Paul looking for that 3. He's not able to get it, though, as he is approached by 2 defenders. He's going to give it out to Kevin now, dribbling it up. Fitzgerald to Johnson. Johnson puts up a 3, gets out. Ryan Hanley able to rebound it. Now he's going to put up his own 3. Yeah. It's going to go long, and that's going to be rebounded by Jeremy Biaggi.
Yeah, Bulldogs a little trigger happy right there. Too many 3s.
You know, they're all just trying to make their mark here on senior night, Nick.
Just like Paul Siklitz.
And Sam now going to Paul. Paul struggles to get it, goes back under. So it's a longtime friend, Ryan Hanley, and you know that there was some chemistry behind that pass,
yeah,
Nick.
Little childhood connection right there in the back of Ryan's garage with his basketball court.
Yeah, I know they've spent countless hours back there practicing those shots and maybe even those passes, and it's paying off now their senior year.
Yeah, beautiful pass.
As the Bison go up for a 3, miss it. Paul Siklitz easily rebounding it, passes it up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald swings it to Johnson. Fast ball movement. Ryan with a no-look, getting fancy out there to Jake Lucas. And that's a great shot from the senior Jake Lucas.
Yeah, very nice start for the Bulldogs this half. Great passing, great finishing.
And Jake Lucas, a captain of the team, despite his should I say lack of playing time, but you know he's a great person, great character, and he goes out there and you can tell he's giving it his all.
Yeah, he's definitely a leader for this team, and he's a great player for the program.
And now it's going to be Sam Johnson for the Bulldogs, taking some time to see which pass he likes best. He goes to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald comes over to Hanley. Hanley back to Fitzgerald to Siklitz. Back to Fitzgerald. A lot of ball movement here. Fitzgerald's finally just going to shoot it, and it's going to be rebounded by Kenta Jones. It's fouled from the back by Sam Johnson.
Yeah. Rough foul for Sam Johnson there. Hopefully RB doesn't get in that hole like last time and get those 9 fouls before the end of the half.
Right. You know, I think part of it now is, and here we're going to see Paul Siklitz going up, and he's the one hand, and that's just a beautiful dunk, beautiful finish, and a beautiful night for 45 Paul Siklitz. And here we go now with Kenta Jones. Jones passing it over to David Alden now. Alden trying to swing it around. There's not a lot happening on the left side of the court. They're going to go into Echevilla. Echevilla is going to try and drive down the paint. Paul is not going to let him have any of that.
Yeah, Paul Siklitz standing at 6'5", not pretty hard for a 6-footer of Echevilla to be in there and try and shoot over him.
And this game especially important to Paul Siklitz as his grandfather was able to make it out. And Paul's grandfather, a wonderful person. I've had the pleasure of meeting him and talking with him. A World War I vet, and I mean, hats off. You've got to salute him, and that may be part of why Paul's playing so hard out here today. As Johnson goes up, Johnson rims out. He's going to get his own rebound. He's going to go up again, get his rebound again, put it in for an and one. And I mean, Nick, what just happened?
Sam Johnson, just a great rebounder all season. He's getting those rebounds. He's a scrappy player. He gets knocked down, but he always gets back up, and that's just Sam Johnson in one play.
I mean, that second effort, that's how winners are decided. And now Fenton quieted here as they're going to bring the ball up. Kenta Jones, couple between the legs, not doing much.
Yeah, Fenton trying to find something with down 34 in the third quarter.
Biaggi now putting a little shoulder into Jake Lucas. Hopefully we don't see any progression in the physicality of this game. Hope to keep it clean as playoffs are coming up.
Yeah, don't want any Bulldogs hurt, and especially a game like this, best to everyone to be safe.
And now Sam Johnson on the inbound. Kevin Fitzgerald taking it up top. Kevin swings it over to Paul. Sikowitz finds Hanley under the basket somehow. Ryan does a little magic down there to get himself open and just lays it in.
Yeah, Ryan Hanley, part-time magician on the court and off the court.
And now Kenta Jones bringing it up. Jones swings it out, gonna go to Echevilla. Echevilla is gonna kick it to Alden. Alden over to Biaggi. A lot of movement, not a lot of finishes by the Fenton offense. And that's going to be a swat by Sam Johnson, who's going to come quickly down to Ryan Hanley. Ryan again behind the back. Jake Lucas doesn't want to take it, though. Passes it back to Ryan there. You've got to wonder about that one, Nick.
Yeah, Jake Lucas should have went up and shot it. He's trying to be a giver. He should have just took it.
Oh. And now we've got
Jones bringing it up, dribbling.
To Echevilla. He's going to put up a nice little field goal shot there.
Yeah, it's finally Fenton Bison get on the board again.
RB just and Sam Johnson. I mean, just brings it down the court, lays it in. Caught Fenton sleeping or something.
Yeah, 2 seconds later, Sam Johnson's already down the field scoring.
You've got to wonder if what can motivate this Fenton defense at this point if their offense is not scoring.
Another block.
And Paul Sikowitz again a fast break to Ryan Hanley. Ryan's going to go up big. He's going to get fouled.
Ooh, Ryan Hanley trying to pull a Paul Sikowitz
Ryan,
there, looked like.
A little bit shorter, but twice the ego, so some would say, Nick.
Yes, tried to pull a little bit more rabbit out of the hat trickery he's got up his sleeve.
Yeah, and I'm not convinced he doesn't have something behind that beard.
Yeah, maybe.
And he goes up for his first free throw. Back rim. And everyone's going to sub out here except for Ryan, the shooter, as the free throw shooter not able to sub out. Long-time basketball rule.
Yeah, we'll see if Ryan Hanley can knock this down before he has to sit on the bench for a little bit.
Yeah. You can see the concentration in his face there as he puts that second one in.
Concentration in the beard, more like.
And here's going to be the timeout, and Ryan subs out as we thought to James Kazmarczyk. And we've now got Kenton Jones coming in. Inbounds it to Alden, right back to Jones. Sixth man getting a little rowdy to our right of us.
Yeah, sixth man really turned out tonight for senior night. They're representing a whiteout tonight, and it's a lot of school spirit here. It's very nice to see.
And so Fenton kicks it back out to Jones. Jones puts a little bit of move on a Henry. The moves become harder. The moves become harder when your defender is a lot taller than you.
Yeah, it's hard to get over those giants in the paint.
Nico's going to take the ball from behind the back, and RB trying to do a lot on these fast breaks. I think they may be getting bored out there, Nick.
Yeah, a little razzle-dazzle, a little too much for the Bulldogs right there. Maybe we're watching some Harlem Globetrotters at home. And
junior guard Nico Jackson, though, another captain and leader of the team, doesn't look too pleased with that turnover, as he loves the game of basketball and works for every possession.
Yeah, they should lock it down in the coming minutes. Ooh, that was a rough call from Mark Smith right there. That looked like a clean block.
With a little over a minute to play now, we've got the number 54 from Fenton on the line. I apologize, he is not listed on the roster.
Yeah, Fenton's roster not really full. how many players are on their team.
Yeah, a couple players that they're throwing out here are not listed. Makes you wonder if they may have been picking up some swimmers maybe after the swim season ended.
And it may look like on their bench that they have some guys injured, so they might have to bring up some sophomores onto their team.
And now Danico bringing it up, swings it to Henry, is wide open from the 3. It's going to go front rim out. And I know that the coach stresses the amount of front rim shots that don't go in. And
yeah, as the coach Cousinars would say, don't shoot short. It's his #1 rule.
And so now Fenton going to try on the other side. Looking for a back cut there. It's going to go off the leg of Jalen.
Yeah, Fenton seemed to be all gassed out here in the 3rd quarter, and not too much spark in them and not too much fire.
We have a fresh face, though, of number 20, Brian Larson. Hope to see what he brings to the offense as he now has the ball up top. He's going to swing it, though, over to Andrew Lake. Lake goes to Michael Kick. Michael Kick trying to do something up top. Gets it inside, though.
Mark Smith standing tall.
And there we go, James with a nice board. Boxing out fundamentals. Passes it over to Nico. Nico, little back alley pass to James. James trying to do his own thing, though, and he puts it up, and that layup's not going to be good.
Yeah, it's a tough shot right there.
And Michael Kick bringing it up. With 5 seconds to play now, RB is going to come up fast. They're going to try and do something fancy.
Oh! He puts the hammer down.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
A little afternoon delight for James Kosmarczyk on senior night, even though he's a junior.
And that is going to re-spark the crowd, and it is crazy here in Dudley Gymnasium.
Wow, that is fantastic.
And the cheerleaders are now going to come out throwing what appear to be towels, and you know the fans don't care at this point. They'll take anything.
Yeah, and I got a towel for the record, and it is, this is a nice towel. This is a Riverside Brookfield Bulldog, okay.
And here we've got a replay, and you see Danico looking to make something happen. They know the clock's running down. James, even with that shoulder, just goes up strong. You see 2 hands on the ball, just throws it down.
Yeah, hopefully that shoulder's all right after that one.
And this, Nick, the game itself may not be as important as the momentum that RB is going to build going into the end of the season. And what can you say about that?
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful for the Bulldogs to get a nice win here. And I think they only have about maybe 1 or 2 conference games left. And this might be the last one, actually. And then the seedings will come out for the sectional and the state tournament. And this will be a nice win for the Bulldogs in the Metro Suburban Conference.
And so the Bulldog 5 all smiles as they walk back out on the court to start the 4th quarter. And this has just been an exciting game, and dare I say it's been all Bulldog.
Yeah, it's been Bulldog domination.
And so now we're going to inbound the ball. Andrew Lake is going to pass it in to Brian Larson.
Larson looking for something.
And Larson goes to Michael Kick. Michael Kick goes back to Andrew Lake. And there's going to be a foul there on, it appears to be number 2, Jalen. And so now we've got an inbound coming up by number 40 on Fenton.
Yeah, that's James Kosmarczyk's 3rd foul. And, I mean, in this game, not as much of a big deal, but those fouls really the only weak point in the Bulldogs scheme this game.
And now Mark with an aggressive pass to Danico. Danico driving up.
Ooh, nice move.
And there's the Kemba.
Crossover.
A nice little crossover, take it to the free throw line, and from there, he's practiced that shot.
Yeah, Danico Jackson, wonderful shooter off the dribble, and he showed it right there with a beautiful crossover.
And with the score now 72-32 with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game, it's getting exciting.
Yeah, looking like it's coming farther and farther from the Fenton Bison, but that might help them right there.
As we say, Brian Larson knocks down another field goal.
Yeah, Fenton wants to get back in this. They're going to have a hell of a fire.
And Mark Smith going up big. And Nick, would you be surprised if you see a little dunk attempt out of Mark this quarter?
I hope to. He seems a little timid around the rim, and he would have to be in a fast break. We'll hope to get another dunk, and that'll be our 3rd of the night, and that'll be really exciting for this senior night.
And as he lets in that sort of open layup from 54 of the Bison, and now Danico brings it up. Swings it over to Henry on the right side. Henry back up to Jalen in front. Jalen, a nice little screen by Henry for James, and James is just going to take that. He's going to take it if they're giving it to him.
Yeah, showing some nice range there. Also can dunk it and also can shoot it.
And now we've got Michael Kick bringing it up, swinging it over. They're bringing it down low, kicking it back out. And there's another shot from Brian Larson. That appears to be his hot spot over there in the down low on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Larson, a nice spark of the bench. Nice little 4 points right here.
And now to Nico bringing it up. They're looking Mark down low.
Ooh.
Mark quickly gets triple teamed once he gets the ball though, and he's going to lose it over to the Bison as Michael Kick putting on a little moves now.
Yeah.
Fenton, that shot would have helped him there as Danico brings it up. He's going back down to James.
Oh, a rough foul.
And that's, yeah. You know, as you mentioned with his shoulder injuries, you know, he got his nice dunk in. I don't know if I would start risking things, Nick.
Yeah, I think he felt the presence of the defense behind him, and he didn't go as hard as he wanted to. And luckily, he was not injured, and it's just a free throw.
And so during these free throws, as it's 77-38, the Riverside Brookfield is having a great winter season as far as athletics go. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's been a wonderful winter for the Bulldogs. The wrestling team recently won their regional meet, and they have about, I think, 6 wrestlers at the sectional meet right now. And they should be very successful and hopefully get some wrestlers to the state, the big state meet down in Champaign. And also the Palms team won 16th in state. They had a wonderful season. The cheerleaders had a wonderful season, and the swim team is currently just won conference champs, both at the JV and the varsity level, and they should have a very good state run coming in the next, I think, week. They play this weekend.
I believe they've got sectionals this weekend, or sectionals next weekend, and then state the weekend after that, and that should be an exciting one. Yeah. You know, it's a good year to be a Bulldog, and I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm sure you're glad you're here.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful season for Bulldog sports, and really fun to watch. Just really fun to watch.
As Fenton's now running their offense over to Brian Larson. They're working it into 54. 54 trying to do something down low, and he draws a foul, which at this point might not be the worst thing for Fenton's offense.
Yeah, Bulldogs not as bad as in the first half with their 9 fouls, only 5 right now.
Now you can see David Strowowski bringing it in. And their 14 is going to go up strong. That was David Strowowski. Oh, and now we've got some fresh faces in for the Bulldogs. This is what some might call the C team, but I still expect some action out of them.
Yeah, we got some nice young players on that court still, and the depth of the Bulldog bench is very, very great.
And Michael Kick bringing it up now to David Strowowski. And he's going to put another one in. And Fenton just kind of has these random players coming off the bench, knocking down a couple shots and then going cold. It's an interesting offense.
Yeah, some sparks on the bench, but nothing seems to ignite for the Fenton Bison this game.
And the Bulldogs running a swing on the outside. Jake's going to decide to bring it back in. Now he's going to kick it out to James. James going to go up for the 3, and that's going to go out.
Yeah, it was a wonderful drive by Jake Lucas there. It was a good pass, good shot.
Brian Larson swinging it over to Swarsky again. He's not going to make that one, though. And now Michael Burchard bringing it up to Sam Falk. Sam Falk to James. James going up big again.
Oh, you thought.
You could see it in his eyes, Nick, but I think he may have been thinking long-term on that layup.
Yeah, I think that shoulder might have come into effect there.
Yeah.
He didn't really. He seemed like he was going to throw it down, but couldn't do it in the end.
So now Fenton looking for someone to pass it to, and they're going to get it to 54. He loses the ball on his attempt to drive inside. They're going to swing it over to Michael Burchard. Jake Lucas going up big, and that's just, you didn't see that defender behind him, but it's not going to matter because the Bulldogs have a steal.
Yeah, Fenton finally gets a block, and they just turn it over right away. That's rough for them.
And Jake Lucas puts up a nice little shot there.
Beautiful shot by Jake Lucas. Beautiful.
And now Brian Larson bringing it up. Swinging it over to Swarsky. To Michael Kick. As 52 drives in, and it'll roll in off the rim.
Yeah.
82-44, a little over 3 minutes to play as the Bulldogs.
He had a streaking James Chesmarchek in the middle, but just missed the pass barely.
James kicks out to Sam. Sam Falk, a fan favorite, is going to sink that 3.
Yeah, Sam Falk has come to the game sometimes and made some nice threes, and he has shown potential.
And so now we've got Michael Kick trying to make a move, and he's going to get open under the basket, and that's going to be a layup for Fenton. And now we've got ball being brought up for the Bulldogs. Michael Burchard to James. James has Marchik, and that's rims out. Kick it back out to Burchard. Burchard trying to get in on the fun.
Rims out. Some good passing by the Bulldogs there.
And James is going to sub out. They're bringing back in Kevin Fitzgerald, senior. And Brian Larson now bringing it up.
Oh,
and Jake Lucas is going to steal that one.
You think maybe he'll go for a dunk?
Thank you. Can I have another? Kevin Fitzgerald,
oh,
fresh off the bench, and that's a 3.
Give it to him. That's 4 threes for Kevin Fitzgerald. He has had a really good night for him.
And so now Michael Kick coming up. Swings it out to Svarsky.
Ooh.
Fitzgerald with a nice little interception there.
Yeah, Bulldog D, even though it's a little bit loose, and they still have gotten a couple of steals the past minute, and it's really.
And here you can see the beautiful 3 ball, and that's, I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, very pure shot by Kevin Fitzgerald.
And that's going to be a foul on, it appears to be number 10, Kevin Fitzgerald.
3rd foul. Not too much worries, though. Under 2 minutes.
And so we've got Shamar Archibaldo on the line. That name may be longer than the amount of points Fenton scored this quarter.
Yeah,
Nick.
It's been a rough go for Fenton this the second half. They really needed to start something coming into the second half, being down by about 20, and they couldn't get it going.
And so they're going to swing it to Michael Burchard now with the Bulldogs. Over to Jake Lucas. Jake Lucas. Yes, he will.
Fantastic. Jake Lucas with 10 points. He's had a really good game on senior night.
And recently nominated the building leader for RBHS. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but.
Yeah, Jake Lucas, wonderful guy on and off the court. Should do great things.
And so now Fenton going to try and get into it. Passing it out to 54 on the left side.
Fenton looking for a shot.
Getting it under into Michael Kick to Savarsky. 54 goes back up. I mean, he's. Yeah,
Savarsky's had a really good go in the second half.
12 points.
Yeah, too little, too late for the Fenton Bison, though.
He's doing what he can. And the 6th man now chanting thank you to the seniors, and that is a well-deserved chant, I would say, Nick.
Yeah, it's been a good 4 years for the RB seniors graduating that had a lot of success at the freshman, sophomore, and varsity levels. And it was a great class, It
really was, and it's been an honor watching them as we enter the last 20 seconds of this game.
Yeah, Bulldogs with a large lead.
Fenton not making any attempt to hold for the last shot, so it looks like the Bulldogs will close this one out. And it's in the hands of Kevin Fitzgerald now. He's dribbling it up. They're not going to try and do anything. And what a game, Nick. I mean, give me a brief recap, please.
Yeah, it was a great game for the Bulldogs. They controlled the ball offensively and defensively. Full court pressure was really working in the first quarter. Helped the whole game, and the fast break was on tip-top shape for the Bulldogs. Lots of great dunks, exciting senior night.
And for all those watching, the Bulldogs have, 2 games next week, and then they're going to be entering playoffs, and they can use all the support they can get. And so I'm Jack Roebling. This is Nick Fusinato. Thank you all for watching, and go Bulldogs.